Well, hello, you guys. It's your girl, Coach Ceranise, coming to you live on a Tuesday afternoon. And guess what? It's Credit Tips Tuesday, and we got some amazing tips for you today. And today, it's gonna be even more important because we have a great friend and business partner, Miss Corliss. She is here with me, and we're gonna share some amazing tips with you. And guys, do not forget, as you're watching this, wherever you're watching this live, do us a favor. Like, subscribe, and also share because the information we're about to share with you, it's life-changing information. Did you hear me? Life-changing information. Miss Corliss, you look fantabulous today. Go ahead and say hello to our family and friends watching.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Let me give it back to Coach first because she looks fantabulous as well. I have to try to keep up with you. And I thank you for inviting me onto the show to talk to the people this afternoon, share this information because you and I are both passionate about sharing the message of financial literacy. So thank you so much and good afternoon. Welcome, everyone.
Hello. All right. Awesome. Yes, you get that right. We are both very passionate about helping other people and also just give information for free. So today
Mhm.
we're not gonna be long because it's in the afternoon and we have clients waiting for us for our assistance because usually on Tuesdays people reach out so we can help them with their personal and or business credit. But today
Mhm.
our credit tips is going to focus on personal credit. Now, we all know how important personal credit is, but the one thing a lot of people don't know is how to maintain their good earned credit and also how to build it in the event that it got messed up, right? So us, we are credit rehabilitation coaches, credit rehabilitation advisors. So we're going to advise you on what you can do, a few things, a few simple, easy steps of what you can take to help you build that amazing credit that you deserve. So the first, I'll go, we just have different tips we can share. I'll share the first tip with you. Now, credit is a very important thing to have here in America. If you're watching this and you're here in America, and if you haven't heard of it already, you probably just arrived, but credit is extremely important. Now, today it's only 10 easy simple steps. The first one is very important. It is make your payments on time. Make on time payments a priority. Just seconds before I jump on this live, one of my clients called me. She cannot understand why she got charged $27 for making her payment on time. Here's what happened. I'll tell you guys what happened. What happened is this: her payment is due on the 18th of the month, and she scheduled her payment. Guess for what day? She scheduled her payment for the 18th of the month. So on the 22nd of the month, she got charged $27. So I always tell people the best way to make your payments is 3 days before it's due and also 15 days before the due date. So with that saying, on time payment means that you scheduled your payment before it's actually due. Okay? That's very important to make your on time payment. That weighs 35% of your overall credit scores. Very important. Now, what the second thing we can tell them, Miss Cole, is to help them build or maintain their good earned credit?
Well, I think another thing, and I just want to, before I go into a tip, I also want to piggyback off of what you said because another thing that they can do is make and consider setting up their payments for auto pay. That's how I pay my bills. I auto pay them. I have them set up so that the money comes out at a certain time on a certain day every month. And keep in mind that with some vendors, some of the companies that you're paying, it may take 2 to 3 days for that
Mhm.
payment to process. So you have to keep that in mind and make sure that the processing time is considered on the date you're choosing to make your payment so that it doesn't count or it's not processed after the payment date. Because a lot of times that can cause you to get those charges, those late charges, because it did not process in time.
Exactly.
Right.
So,
So I
yes.
think another tip that I could give them is to, you know, if you live in an apartment, if you live in a co-op, a condo, or even a home, make your rent or your mortgage payments on time. Okay. Setting those auto pays is a way that helps you do that. Another thing that you can do, I just got through suggesting this a few weeks ago to a client, is that put it in your calendar. You know, I put things in my calendar. Put it in your phone on your calendar. Payment for such and such due on such and such day, or make payment for such and such, especially if you don't have it set up for auto pay.
Mhm.
And then put the alert on 2 or 3 days before so that you get the prompt, it's in your radar, it's on your mind, and then set up a second alert if need be. These are things that we need to do just to make sure that we're on top of our game, to make sure that we're making payments on time. And you also don't want to miss payments. A missed payment can be just as detriment to your credit score as a late payment or a missed payment are equally detriment to your credit report. So you want to make sure you take care of those things. You lose points that way.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm.
And guys, as you're watching this, remember knowledge is power. But you know what's even more powerful?
Good
Applied
credit.
knowledge. Applied knowledge is even more powerful. So, another thing you can do to help you build credit fast, because remember, we talk about how you can build credit the right way and fast without having to pay a credit repair company. You don't even need that. If you just listen and take the information we're sharing with you and win with it. Okay. So another thing you can do is you can maybe work with a credit specialist like me, like Collis. A good credit specialist can help you and give you information. Like for instance, my client, she called me. She said, "Hey, coach, I'm trying to do this." So what I did, I jumped on a call with her and I look at her what she got, and just to notice that she does have her payments on auto pay, but they're set up to be taken out on the 18th of every month. So I said, with that, you could your payment chances are you're gonna be late because by the time they process that payment, it'll be 3 days later. Okay, so
Mhm.
that's another thing I'm gonna help her do is reset her payment to come out 3 days prior to the due date instead of actually on the exact due date. So it's very important to work with a specialist that know what they're doing because I'm sure you guys go to a hair specialist, okay, for your hair.
Mhm.
You go to a dentist for your, dental needs. You go to a mechanic, car mechanic for your car. Why not find a specialist, somebody that studies the law, somebody that knows what they're doing, and someone that works on the subject regularly. Okay, so very
Absolutely.
important to work with a specialist. And what's something else they can do that can help them work and build credit fast?
Well, I think one of the things that we need to make a habit of doing is checking the credit report for errors. I think every month, and not I think, I know that every month you should be checking your credit report for errors. Don't assume that Experian, TransUnion, and their counterparties are putting the right information on there. Okay. Now remember, there's a cycle going here, and a lot of the different institutions that we count on or depend on or rely on blindly, and they count on us to do that blindly. Take your power back. Take your power back by looking at your credit reports. If you don't know how to look at your credit report, again, as my partner there said, Coach Ceranise, see a credit specialist. We know how to look at a credit report and analyze it. We know how to look for errors. Those errors that may be on your credit report are bringing your points down. You should make sure to check that every single month just to see if there's any mistakes or any omissions on your credit report. All of those things lower your credit score. So just imagine if you had just a few of those things going on that Coach and I mentioned. Look how many points you're missing on your credit report. So even if you had something that's like a 650 or a 675, you could have a 725
Mhm.
just by implementing those few tips. Sorry.
Very important. And I love that. I love that you just mentioned that because people,
Hmm.
I feel like one of the things that really affecting people is people don't pay attention. And that will cost you a lot, not just time, but money. So very important for them to take the time to do that. Now, with that saying, guys, tips, and this is a bonus. While she says that, you can go on annualcreditreport.com to look or pull your own personal credit. Annualcreditreport.com. Go there and pull and look at your own credit. And some people they have access to Credit Karma, which gives you the scores. I mean, I don't highly recommend that one, but if you already have it, please utilize it. And those will really help you not only look at your credit scores, but also your credit report. And if there's anything that is not accurate, according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you can dispute those items. And if you don't know what you're doing, don't mess up with things like that. Reach out to one of us, which we'll share, our contacts on here. Reach out, and we'll be more than happy to give you a free consultation, give you some free information. And sometimes all you need is information. You don't need a credit repair somebody, you don't need a credit repair company or a person. All you need is information sometimes. All right. And another thing you can do, we're almost up to the time. We did say we weren't going to take too much of your time, is lower your credit card balances. Now, it's very
What's that?
important for you to keep your credit card balances below 30%. The magic number is 30% if you want to maintain a good credit score. But I usually tell my clients or people that reach out for a consultation, keep your credit balances below 10%. And if anything, if you're able to pay it off each time at the end of the month when it's due, pay everything off and start over. Pay everything off and start again. Like for instance, if your credit limit is $1,000, you should not have a balance more than $300, which is the 30%. If anything,
Right.
split that $300 into two payments, pay half on the 15th and another half on the 3 days before the due date. Okay. And one thing before I let Corliss talk, one thing you can do is get a secured credit card. A secured credit card is very, very amazing. There are so many different cards out there. You might wonder, Coach, how do I know which one to apply for? How do I know which card to go about doing? I will drop a link for you in a few seconds while Miss Collis is talking. This is really amazing. It's a good way to go. If you want to build your credit fast, you can get a secured credit card, and that will help you. And if you want more info, reach out to us. Miss Collis, what else can they do?
I just have a couple of things I want to share with them. This one is very important. If you have challenged credit, because I hate to say bad credit, if you have challenged credit, do yourself a favor. Do not apply for any loans or credit cards. You cannot, it is impossible to repair your credit, build your credit when you're continuing to apply for more credit. Okay. Now, outside of that secured credit card that Coach mentioned, you'll want to avoid applying for any loans or credit cards. Every inquiry will show up on your credit report. Okay. That lowers that credit score by a few points. Remember, I've been talking about points and everything that I've said. Those little points, those points add up. Okay. So do yourself a favor. Don't do any of those things, because you know what happens. That indicates that you could be over your head in your bills. Okay. So that says something to the lending institution, or, that says something to the car dealership or the bank, wherever it is you're going. It tells them that your money is stretched, right? And you're not handling it well. So you're going everywhere trying to find more ways to get money. Your buying power is increased when your credit score is where it should be. Okay. You have more negotiation power when your credit score is where it should be. Okay. Another thing I want to say, it's something that people don't think about: your job history. Extremely important. Okay. Your employment history does show up on your credit report. Okay. Now, when you go and you apply for a job and you fill out that application, a lot of times there's an extra little pack that's stapled together that you have to sign for that background check. They're checking your credit report. So once they do that, that makes that job, that company, it connects with the credit bureaus, and it will then show up on your credit report. Okay. So you want to have a clean job history. Okay. So it makes you appear more credit worthy in the eyes of the lender, which means you could qualify for a loan. And that helps you rebuild your credit. Okay.
Awesome. Awesome.
Do you have anything else you want to
One
share with
last
them,
thing I want to
Coach?
share, this is also is a bonus for our people, is there's that one company, and I really go by that. It will really, if this one will, so here's the website. You guys can go, and that's the only one I recommend that you do. If it's not this one, do not apply for any card. I tell my clients, let me make it show. If you guys can see it, it says build credit fast with this one secured card, which is Open Sky. You guys, if you can see it, click on it. And also this here, that's all I recommend people to do if you want to build credit fast and if you don't want to pay for it. Okay. If you want to build credit fast and you don't want to pay for it, just do that. Just that. Okay. So we are done, guys, and I'm sure you guys learned some valuable information how you can build your credit, and not just build it, but how you can apply for self. This is a credit building site that will help you build credit fast. Use my personal how to call that, referral link. This will also take you directly to the website that can help you. So Self Inc. It's right here. Use it, use it, use it, and I promise you, you'll call me, you'll text me, you'll DM me, and you'll be glad you did. Self, it's right here. Copy, take a screenshot, copy it, and take advantage of it. That's where we end, you guys. It's your girl, Coach Ceranise. I'm the one and only credit rehabilitation nurse. And you got wonderful Miss Corliss. We came to you live this evening with amazing information on Credit Tips Tuesday, how you can take control of your credit, your personal credit, so that you can build the life that you were designed to have. Miss Corliss, any last words?
Well, my last words are: if you find yourself in a situation and you either want more information on how you can rebuild your credit, or you just want to have your credit report analyzed, you don't know how to read it, as I mentioned earlier, please reach out. Okay, you don't have to do this alone. You're not alone. And don't feel embarrassed or anything. A lot of time, I mean, we've both been there. We've been there and done that. We learned, that's how we got to where we are now. We financial literacy, financial education. We implemented what we learned, right? And then we started teaching others.
Yes.
We started helping others, consulting others. So we're products of the product. So you don't have to feel shy with us, but do reach out. Okay. I'm Baskerville Wealth Strategies Group. Anyone that sees me on Facebook, you can reach out, you can DM me, you can email me, or you can just put a note um, underneath this live and just say, it's me,
It's
you
you.
know,
Yeah.
whatever you want to say. But we really want to help people. We really want to see people win. I personally, as I said in my live the other day, I want you to take back your power. Okay. Remember, knowledge is power,
Oh, yes.
credit is king.
Oh, yes, absolutely. All right. Thank you, guys. This is it. So I will see you guys. We will see you guys in our next video. But until then, guys, you should not live with bad credit because you have good people here helping you live that
Exactly.
dream. Thank you.